All right, let's just dive right into the big one. The question that's probably been floating around in your head. Will AI make your school, your homework, and yeah, maybe even your entire college degree completely pointless? We're going to figure out if you'll still need to show up for class when a robot could, you know, just do all the work for you. I mean, seriously, think about it. Could a machine actually write your essays, crush your math problems, and just ace all your final exams for you? It sounds like total sci-fi, I know, but this tech is moving at a speed that is genuinely blowing people's minds. So to get to the real answer, we first got to understand what we're even talking about here. And to do that, to even try to see where this is all going, we need to hop in a time machine. Yep, we're going to uncover AI's secret origin story, because you can't know the future without understanding the past. So, at its core, artificial intelligence is a pretty straightforward idea. It's all about the science of making smart machines. The whole point isn't to perfectly copy a human brain, but more to build computer programs that can learn, figure things out, and actually do stuff, kind of like we do. And this whole idea, it's been around for a long time. We're talking way back in 1950, when this genius named Alan Turing asked a super simple question: can machines think? Fast forward to the 60s, and we got our first really basic chatbots. So, okay, if AI has been slowly cooking for over 70 years, why is everyone suddenly freaking out about it now? Well, it's because we've just hit something that scientists are calling a Cambrian explosion. See, in Earth history, that was this wild period when life just suddenly evolved at a shocking speed. And guess what? The exact same thing is happening with AI. After decades of just kind of slow and steady progress, boom, everything changed. And the reason for that explosion? It all comes down to one word: power. Let me put this into perspective for you. Back in 1964, this machine, the CDC 6600, was the absolute heavyweight champion of computing. I mean, there was nothing faster, nothing more powerful on the entire planet. It was the king. And it had a price tag to prove it. In today's money, this one computer would set you back a cool $75 million. It was an absolute marvel. But here's where the story gets completely insane. You know a basic Mac Mini you can buy for a few $100? Well, that little box is over 3.3 million times more powerful than that $75 million supercomputer. That ridiculous jump in power, it's a concept called Moore's Law. That is the rocket fuel that launched this whole AI boom. Just look at how fast things have moved. In 2018, we get the first version of GPT, and now, just a handful of years later, we've got GPT-4, Midjourney, tools that are so advanced they make those early versions look like ancient relics. This absolutely insane speed up is exactly why we're having this conversation right now. Okay, so all of this incredible progress, it naturally leads to the next huge and yeah, maybe kind of scary question. With all this crazy power, is AI actually getting smarter than us? Well, to answer that, you gotta know there are different levels to this game. Everything we have today is level 1, what we call ANI, or Artificial Narrow Intelligence. It's an AI that's amazing at just one thing, like a chess program. The thing everyone's racing to build is level 2, AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. That would be an AI with human-level smarts across the board. And then there's the final frontier, level 3, ASI, Artificial Super Intelligence, an AI that would be smarter than any human who has ever lived. But let's get a reality check on where we are right now. Today's AI is incredible at stuff that needs thinking like a computer. Crunching data, spotting patterns, writing code. But it's still super clumsy at all the things we do without thinking. Simple stuff, like kicking a ball, getting the punchline of a joke, or just walking through a crowded room. Turns out, real intelligence is way more than just pure processing power. But even with those limitations, there's no doubt this technology is making a lot of people nervous, especially about jobs. And it brings up a massive question for you. Will the stuff you're learning in school right now even matter if an AI can do that job faster and maybe even better? And look, that's not just some random fear. A huge study figured that by 2030, up to 800 million jobs around the world could be affected by this stuff. That number is so big, it kind of forces us to stop and really think about what school is for and what the jobs of the future are even going to look like. So all this uncertainty has basically created two different teams: On one side, you've got the accelerationists. They think AI is this amazing tool that could solve our biggest problems, and we should build it as fast as we possibly can. On the other side are the doomers, and they're worried we're creating something that could spin out of our control. But what if both of them are kind of missing the point? What if we're asking the completely wrong question? What if the future isn't about AI versus humans fighting for jobs and good grades? What if it's AI plus humans? Yeah, think about it not as your competition, but as your new teammate. And this isn't some fantasy. It's happening all over the place, right now. Scientists are using AI to spot diseases like Alzheimer's way earlier than a person ever could. Programmers are using it as a partner to help them write code. The military's even using it to predict when a jet engine might fail before it actually happens. See? In every single one of these cases, AI isn't replacing the expert. It's giving them superpowers. And that brings us all the way back to you and to school. AI isn't making school obsolete, no way, but it is changing the whole point of it. The future of education isn't going to be about who can memorize the most facts for a test. A computer will always win that game. The future belongs to the people who can ask great questions, who can think creatively, and who can use these unbelievable tools to solve problems we haven't even dreamed of yet. It's about learning to work with your AI co-pilot. So, the question you should be asking yourself isn't, will AI replace me? The real question, the one that truly matters for your future, is what will I build with it? This is one of the most powerful tools for creating and discovering things that has ever been invented, and it's literally being put right into your hands. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?